Good morning, it's Stacy with As the Tea Brews, and today I thought I'd do another teas I drink in a day video. I haven't done one in a little bit, so it sounded like fun. And today is like the first kind of cooler day that we've had, and it's been so hot, and I think it's supposed to still get hot again tomorrow, but then next week we'll have a little bit of cooler weather. So I'm really looking forward to like the fall teas and having some cooler weather. I just picked up my Burton Blend monthly tea subscription, and they've got a fun little fall scene there with the animals drinking their tea and the pumpkins. And so I wanted to go ahead and open this with you guys today, and also just tell you about the teas I'm drinking. So what I already had this morning is I already had my coffee. I always have a cup of coffee in the morning with half and half, and then I haven't had any of my last month Burton Blend teas yet. So I decided to try one this morning, and I tried this Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster, and it's a black tea with peppermint and black currant. And at first I liked the first few sips, but then as it cooled down, it kind of left a little bit of bitterness in my mouth, and I ended up dumping out half a cup. So I am not a big fan of this one. I don't know what it is about it, but it's not my favorite. So to kind of counteract that bad experience, I wanted to have one of my favorites, which is this Necessities white tea, cranberry orange scone, and I love this tea. This is one that I always want to have, and it's got these big beautiful pieces of white tea, and it has orange pieces in there, and it's just really good. It's a really light, delicate tasting tea, but it's just really refreshing, and just it's always really good. So I love this one. I brew this one at a white tea temperature, which is I think about 180. And then I steep it for 3 minutes. So I'm going to grab the water and pour that. Okay, so the kettle settings on my kettle are 185. So I brew it at 185 for 3 minutes. And then while that is brewing, I'm going to go ahead and open this envelope and see what's in here. I think I saw a spoiler, so I do know one of the teas, which is actually one of my all-time favorites from Burton Blend, so I'm excited about that, and I'm excited for them to put it back up for sale. Okay, so first they have the card, and it has the same little scene that was on the front of the envelope with the 3 animals and the pumpkins, and it says Tea Club, and then it says what the teas are on the back. So I'm very excited. I've actually had 2 of the 3 teas, and I really like 2 of the 3. So the first one is one of my favorite teas from them, and it's Baby Spice, and it's a caffeine-free pumpkin spice tea, and it tastes a little different than most of the other pumpkin spice teas. The spice isn't super heavy, even though the first ingredient is cinnamon, but it has cinnamon, ginger, cloves, pumpkin pieces, apple pieces, rosehip, sprinkles, and then the ingredients for the sprinkles there. I really like this tea. I think that this tea tastes like a cup of pumpkin juice to me. I really like this tea, and I do steep it longer than the 5 minutes that you would normally steep a non-caffeine tea. So I really like this. I do have a tin of this, and I don't have a ton left, so when it's available for sale, I do think that I'll be buying a couple bags of it so I can enjoy it more often, because I kind of was hesitant to use it too much this last year, because I didn't want to run out. So the next one is Spiced Pumpkin Pie, and I had this one in a bag, tea bag that Anna White had sent me in our tea swap, and I really liked this one. This is a black tea with the pumpkin pie spices in there, and this one was really good. And then the last one is Winter is Coming, and this one, I had read a spoiler online. They kind of played with the heat and the coolness of flavors with tea in this. So this one's got the pu'er tea, ginger, peppermint, red peppercorns, chili, and blue cornflowers. So this one will be really interesting to try. I don't know that I'm going to like it. It does sound different. I'm going to smell it real quick. So this one does kind of smell like that Pan Galactic one. I'm trying to focus this on the tea so you can see the peppercorns and the tea in there. This one smells a lot like that Pan Galactic that I had this morning that I didn't like. But maybe because this one has pu'er instead of black tea, maybe this one will have a nicer finish to it than the black tea. I'm just not a huge black tea fan usually. There are some black teas that I like, but not all of them. Okay, so my timer just went off for my white tea, so I am going to have this tea, figure out my day, and I'll be back later to show you what teas I make. So it's after lunch and the kids are just getting home from school, but it was early out today, so they're home kind of early. I need a little pick-me-up, so I decided I'm going to make this black tea spiced pumpkin pie from Burton Blend that I just got in my fall September box from them. And I did 2 perfect spoons of tea in there, and it's got these really cute little sprinkles, the little black bats and the orange pumpkins, if you can see those in there. And it's got so it has black tea, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, carrot, and sprinkles, and then vanilla pieces and natural flavoring. So I threw a little cube of brown sugar in there to kind of sweeten it up. I feel like a little sweet treat, along with the caffeine. So I'm going to brew this at boiling for 3 minutes, and then I will add some milk. So here is my latte, and I just had 1% milk, and I put a little splash of half and half to thicken it up just a little bit, but it's like half foam, almost half foam, a third foam, and I used my little Verissimo that I got from Starbucks, and it only holds half a cup of liquid to froth in it, and so it ends up not being super milky, but I like it this way. I like the foam and the tea with not too much milk. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy my spiced pumpkin pie latte, and I'll be back later. So we're heading out to Girl Scouts right now, and I decided I want to take some iced tea, so I'm going to make some of this frozen raspberry to go from David's Tea, and I'm using my David's Tea press, and it's just going to take about 5 minutes to steep, and then you add ice in this part and push that part down through the top, and it cools it off and stops the steeping process. So that is what I'm having now. I'll be back in a bit. So we just finished dinner, and we're watching a show, and I am going to have some baby spice. This came in the Burton Blend package as well in September, but I still had some from last year also, so I went ahead and took a scoop out of the new one and just dumped the rest into my tin. I only have a little bit in here, so this is one I'm definitely going to order when they come out with it on the website. And it's the caffeine-free pumpkin tea, and it does have the cute little pumpkin sprinkles in there as well. That one's a broken one. And I'm having it in my David's Tea fall mug from last year. It has the little fox on it, and when you add the hot water, you can see him up here. He changes from the dark to the orange color. So this tea I will probably let brew at least 10 minutes, and then I'll take it out of the mug and I'll let it cool down and enjoy this. I'm not sure if I'll have another cup of tea after this, so I hope you enjoyed the video, but if I do have any more tea, I will definitely let you know.